been a long time since you've seen me, and I apologize. A lot has happened. I shouldn't be giving excuses, but I was also thinking, like, what video should I make? I got you. Because a lot of people have been asking me about plants. I've clearly extended my collection. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably should. Andrea Gnanatheepan. I also have a plant Instagram account, which is Plant with Drea, because my obsession needs an Instagram account of its own. So
and I was like, why are you so obsessed with me?
yes, so what I will be doing today is a video on thinking about how to style your plants, because I know a lot of people have a hard time trying to mix aesthetics with the plants that they own. So I am going to teach you how to do that. And yeah, just gonna give you some tips and tricks on how to style your plants and not just make it look like an Amazon rainforest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. First things first, if you have a small space like I do, whether it's your bedroom or you live in a studio or you just have too many plants, find ways to elevate it. Whether it's using a ladder like I've shown you in my previous room tour or plant collection, whether it's using a plant stand. Let me bring this closer because you need to see it, right? Or there's other things like a shelf that you can mount onto the wall, and then it doesn't necessarily have to be your plants only. It can be books or other things that you want to elevate. But that's probably the best way to save space and not just have it all on the floor, because that can get really ugly real quick. Elevating it is the best tip I can give you, and it doesn't have to necessarily be an expensive cart. This cart that I got from IKEA was like $35, and that ladder in comparison was like $79. So really just utilize something to the best of your ability. It doesn't necessarily have to be just for plants. You can use it for something else. That's what design is all about. So I'm really thankful for this purchase. Another thing that I totally recommend is buying pots that come in a set, because you're definitely going to save more money. A lot of people are Amazon junkies, so for me, I do use Amazon here and there, Amazon Prime, let's be real. So comes in like this little set right here. So this is the pot and then the little coaster. The reason why is because there's actually a drainage hole. A lot of people ask me questions about, oh, do all of your pots have a drainage hole? And the answer is no, only some of mine do. However, I've never really had an issue with the plant pots that I've had. Just be mindful though with the finish. If it is going to be terracotta based or ceramic, you don't usually have an issue. However, if it's going to be something like metal, like this bad boy with my spotted begonia, you're gonna have some issues. So you're going to have to keep it in the original pot, and if it does grow, invest in a different pot. So that's something to be mindful about. Again, it's the type of finish, and then if it has drainage holes, even better. But we all know that a lot of pots that have drainage holes are not that pretty, so that's a sacrifice you might have to make. Another tip that I can definitely give you is think about your theme. Just like my house, I have green, white, gray, and gold, and I want to keep that same theme going. So if you're trying to go for something very modern, minimalistic, keep going with that vibe. If you want to do something more boho, again, think about that as well. I am the type of person that really thinks about my plants with my pots. It's not just the pots if they look pretty, because I know for a fact that if I had plants that look like ferns or string of hearts, it wouldn't match the vibe that I'm going with. Like, most of the plants in here are tropical, so that's another thing that you don't really have to be that nitpicky. But for me, when I look at plants, I look at it like art pieces, and I'm not going to take two different genres and mash them together. That's just not me. So that is why it looks really nice next to each other, because they all have a similar family or theme going on. So yeah, plants, that's just like a extra thing that you can think about when you purchase them. This is my favorite one. A lot of people love this one too. A lot of people talk about propagating your pothos, because pothos are really great to propagate. So let's see. These are my two different types of pothos that I own. I actually own three though, but as you can see, I have the satin pothos right here, and then my this is believe it's the marble pothos, and look at it. There's a little root right there growing, and that's what it's intended for. So you'd fill it with water, let it do its thing, but make sure that you cut it with the node. Otherwise, there's no root that's gonna grow. Yeah, no, like, it's cute. And once this grows into a really big bad boy, you can put it into another pot, and then you have to make sure that the soil is really, really wet, because it's obviously going to be shocked if you just put it in dry soil and it'll die. But yeah, I've been having good luck with it so far. Bought it from Amazon for 20 bucks, but I really liked this one, and even though I don't really have a lot of dark wood going on in my house, I thought it would be nice to just break it up. And that's what I mean with aesthetics, is that sometimes you can break those boundaries as long as it complements it, and this one was one of those things that I'm super glad I invested in it. And if I want to, I can paint it later on if I'm not feeling it, but I'm feeling the dark wood, so it's a good purchase. It's a good purchase. Things that really add character, it's just having things that have a face, or, you know, something very abstract. So by face, I mean it's ceramic, and it's not like some creepy looking face, but look at it. Isn't it so cute? Like, it looks like there's hair growing out of its little head. I have a white one. This one's from Organic Press. And then there's this little bad boy that my sister got from Winners. She's like, I have to buy these for you. I'm like, say no more. It's so cute. It's like a little human. It's like, gives me tiki vibes, you know? Just adorable. I even have a black one, which I will show you. I just don't know where to put it because I have too much plants. I can't really put it anywhere here, but just so cute. Like, you're telling me that this ain't cute? This is so cute. But yeah, I love it so much. Again, think about your plants too when you're putting it on top of these vases, because it really, really will make a huge difference with whatever plant you're trying to, you know, complement it with. Other things that you can definitely use if you don't want to spend money on just plants are a lot of accent pieces that could be statues that aren't a plant vase. The reason why I didn't go for that option here is because I wanted more plants, so that's why this kind of has a 2-in-1 purpose. So does my hydroponic plants, and yeah, that's just something to be mindful of, is that if you don't want to have an entire bunch of plants, go back to my plant video collection and you can see how I complement it with stones, or not stones, but minerals, and that just gives it a nicer look to it. One more other plant that I want to show you that was in my succulent assortment was this little bad guy, and I found this cute pot from Winners. Isn't, like, it's gold, it's white, it's minimal, and now this little crazy Groot thing actually looks good. It doesn't look ugly. It found its place, and I'm so glad that I bought it. At first I was like, I don't think it's gonna fit. This might topple over. No, she's thriving. She's thriving. There's no drainage. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. It's not moist enough. That's why it did that. I still have to clean this up. Let me just clean this up. This is gonna bother me. I'm gonna look back at that and be like, what the hell? But yeah, I did say that I was going to rearrange my succulent assortment going on, because I hated it, because everything was just dying, and I'm like, everything's thriving, and then I have this weird looking thing. Isn't she cute? Like, now I'm trying so hard not to let my succulents die, because I have no luck with succulents, like none. Thanks, Akash. I think you need to start a business, straight up, because a lot of people will be spending coin on this. I mean, I would. That's it. We're done. If you have any suggestions on what I should film next, because at this point I'm stuck, let me know. If you want me to do a lookbook, I can do that. Like fashion lookbook, I can do that. If you want advice on how to progress as a designer, or like advice since I graduated last year, I can do that too. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck now at this point, because I'm like, I've shown you all my plans. literally all my plants. I don't want to do hauls all the time because I don't want to be spending too much coin, and I don't know, like I haven't done anything related to my career yet, so if that's interesting to you, then I will do it. I just don't know. So peace out, Home Scout. I love you. Take care. COVID has been positive. It's been positive, but just I care about all of you. I really do. So